study today focuses on the exploration of challenges faced by some women in a male-dominated space. Some often use various mechanisms to cope with working in a male-dominated working environment. Some of the challenges include working to prove themselves, giving into pressure, sometimes harassed. On today's episode, we shall be looking at challenges and how a woman can thrive in a male-dominated space. And to do that with me is Khadija Mohammed Bashir, an interior designer. Welcome to the program Feminine Affairs. On Feminine Affairs today, we shall be looking at how women are thriving in the male space, male-dominated space. I mean doing what men are doing, because they say what a man can do, a woman can also do better. And today I have somebody that is going to pick up that challenge and tell us if what a man can do, a woman is truly doing it better or is competing with the men. And to do that with me is Khadija Bashir Mohammed, who is an interior designer. Khadija, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Like I said, you are in the male-dominated space, an interior decorator, an interior designer, sorry. People do say that there are some businesses that are just for men, or there are some work that is only the men can do it.
Yeah.
So how did you find yourself into the male space? But to start with, I want to know the difference between the designer and the decorator, or interior decorator and interior designer.
Finding yourself is very challenging to find yourself in male-dominated spaces, industries most especially, like in the interior design industry and the real estate industry, which I'm both part of them. It's kind of very challenging, but all that is not something that is supposed to stop someone from achieving or making your own mark. Just be determined and put yourself out there, face the risks and go ahead. But there are also a lot of opportunities for women in such industries. Like in the real estate industry, we feel that it's even more of male-dominated. In Nigeria, we have just 30% of women in the real estate industry, professionals in real estate. But all that is now being broken, like women are breaking barriers now.
Of course.
The stereotype and the gender bias, everything is just, we're just making steps, we're building bridges.
Yes.
So, and when you ask about what's the difference between interior designer and an interior decorator, an interior designer, if you want to be an interior designer, you have to go to school.
Interior designer.
Don't pick it up today and say you're an interior designer. But an interior decorator is just part of your talent. You have a talent for design. When you see colors, you know you can mix this and that's all. But interior design, you have to go to school, you have to learn a lot of architectural drawing some of the times. You have to read all those floor plans, design them yourself, make mood boards, speak with clients, source materials, go to the markets, and just mix everything to come out in a very special way that your client wants, the style and the idea that you shared with your client already. But an interior decorator, you just call him, maybe I just want curtains, or I want you to help me buy a chair, or just something that's just going to match into the space. Yeah. So, but the interior designer, it's more taxing, time consuming, and it's even more professional. Okay. So that's just the difference.
Okay, so how are women really making it in that space? How is the business for women, or how are they thriving with men in that space?
Okay. Actually, I had passion for interior design years ago. I was an interior decorator before. Okay. I started my little business online, sharing interior design inspirations. Then I said, okay, I have passion for this. Let me go into school and learn more about this interior decoration, which turned out into me being an interior designer. So you have to like put in efforts and take risks. And all those fears, the gender bias and the stereotype, you just have to break it, especially me being a northern Nigerian woman. So you have this cultural expectation, social expectation, religious barriers and all those things. So once you said you're into interior design, you have to travel from here to there, and they'll be like, this is a main job, like this is things that men are supposed to be doing on site sometimes. And people will be like, what is she doing here on site? You understand? And okay, you should be in the office, not on site or site project or something like that. But it's all part of the job. And if you want to thrive and really fit in and make a mark in this industry, you have to put yourself out there, face all the challenges, and you're going to succeed.
That's nice. Yeah. Now, okay, looking at working with men, how has it been being somebody who is at the edge already? How do they submission and all of that? How do you find it?
Well, actually, it's not much of a challenge, because I think some of the men that people say like they don't, like they give us this gender bias, something there are some of them, few men who are willing to help and see that you're at that top. They give you the support, the network, the connection, and everything you need. Just ask and they'll be there. Some of them, though there are some challenges that you have, like this is your boss and you'll be like, no, he cannot put a woman there. There'll be some people that want to buy a house, like in the real estate broker. They'll be like, they'll prefer a woman to be the realtor instead of a man. Then others will prefer a man to a woman. To a woman, yes. So it's just about people's preference, and if you as an interior designer or a realtor, you put out your skills there, you show them you're determined and your capability. Don't let anyone show you that you're not capable of this. No, try to show them, prove and show them your work. Then everything is set to do. Your
work will sell you out.
Yes.
Yeah. Giving into pressure, how will you describe that? Pressure, sometimes they said because you are in their space, you are being harassed. How do you cope with that?
Well, actually, I just not look at that as any challenge for me for now, but with time, it took me time to adjust, and I have to like just put my mind on this is just work. Just focus on what you're doing, bring out the best of what you want to do, and leave. That's all. When you present the work and they see that you have shown something that is very exceptional, then that's when you start having recommendations and appraisals that okay, she's good for it, and that's all. So with that, I just like, let me just finish this work and not let the pressure get to my head. And all.
Okay, it's actually there is pressure in it.
Yes, there is.
So now, with the pressure you have seen so far, will you advise more women to venture into it?
Yes, I'm advising women to venture into interior design. There are a lot of industries that are welcoming for women. Like there's this interior design, there's graphic designs, there's tech education, there's real estate. Mention a lot of them. But what I'm suggesting, or I'm telling aspiring women or aspiring entrepreneurs to just go into all these industries like focused. Because we women, we have more empathy and connections too. Because we connect more better to clients than men. So just use your natural ability as a woman. Go there, connect with your investor, your clients, your potential clients, and just give it your all. That's just it.
All right. When we look at it again in terms of conduct, how should a woman conduct herself when she gets into a space like this?
Okay. When you get into a space like this, try to be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to your passion. In a sense that you have to, this is something you're passionate to do, so you have to be true to it and be authentic. Stand out and do your thing. Be authentic. Don't be, there's in these industries, there are a lot of corruptions in it, like, let me say corruption, because some people are not too transparent like that. So try and be yourself, be authentic, be transparent, hardworking, and resilience too, with a lot of determination. So it's just like, let me give an example, like it's like you're trying to feed a house plant.
Yes.
So you have to be very patient. You have to put in too much dedication with love and patience. That's how it's going to thrive or grow in the environment it is. So that's how I'm going to advise women to go into this industry.
Well, some women are still having fear that the men will not allow them to thrive. What are the ways? How do you navigate your ways into such places?
Okay, first of all, I'll say you have to put away your fear. Put away the fear first. Then pray. You need a lot of prayer. Yes, like it's only God that is just putting you there. You understand? You put your fear aside, pray, and also network and look for mentorship. Like networking, you have to, this networking is something that you have to open up. You have to, like anywhere I go to, maybe a meeting or a conference or anywhere, I just say that, okay, excuse me, please, I'm into interior design, I'm the founder of So Beyond Interior Limited, and this is what I do, blah blah blah. And they'll be like, okay, actually let me see some of your work. Okay, then I'll show them, or I'll give them my card, which you just go through, scan and just go to my page and LinkedIn, on Instagram or Facebook, and you'll see the work. And the next thing you see someone sending you a message on WhatsApp, like, we really did all those 3D designs and everything. That's very impressive. Or you're into, are you an architect or an interior designer? I say I'm an interior designer, but I read a little bit of interior architecture, so I can draw some floor plans. Yeah. So you have to network, like, let me put a little bit of broken English here. Carry your business. You are allowed. Yes, you are allowed. You understand? Carry your business for head. No shame. Just carry your business on your head, and everywhere you go, try to have your little pamphlets or flyers or your complimentary card. You don't know who is going to be your godsend. Yes. And you don't know who is going to be your helper. So just go out every day, pray, focus, learn. Also, you have to learn. You have to relearn also all the time, because sometimes you just know that, okay, you know such things, and you just forget about it, going through the app or something like that. Then one day you just want to make a design and you start thinking, how? You understand? So you have to always be learning all these new apps and AI and a lot of things coming up now. So you have to be on trend, you have to be learning, you have to network, you have to mentorship too. It's like a whole lot. I'm also mentoring some people. Like, there are people that usually they'll meet you online and be like, please, can you be my mentor, or can you please just give me an advice? I want to start an interior design business too, or I want to be an interior designer or a realtor. So what's your advice on it? So I'll tell them, okay, next half time we'll have a session, 1 or 2, okay, maybe on call, or if I'm somewhere that they are close by or something like that, I can still ask you to meet me and we'll just talk one-on-one. And I'm always with my women folks, because I know that we can always... It's encouraging. Yeah. Yes. Because we have this natural ability and power. Like women, we don't know how capable we are. We try to be shy or get away or keep ourselves in cages, like, you can't do this. Don't say you can't do it. Always be determined. I can do this crying. I can do this broke. I can do this trying. You just have to wake up every day. Don't give up. Never give up. Just keep trying, one step at a time. Okay. Just build the bridges. And also another advice I would love to give women is that there's this saying that people will be saying that women are women's enemy. Yes. Like when a woman comes to an office or is looking for a job or something like that, once she meets a woman there, she just loses hope completely. When I ask them why, they were like, they give them attitude or something like that. We don't encourage each other. So, and like, actually I didn't face that actually. Even if I did, I'm someone that I know they send too much. I just do my thing. I know my work is just going to be the one to sell me out and sell me out. That's also. But advice to women is that we should try and support each other. Let's build a community. Yes. Because if we build a community, we can drive innovation and changes in other industries. Yeah. When we come together. Yes. So that's where the mentorship comes in. Mentorship is either giving or taking. So we have to play both roles. And it's always like, there's this saying, a woman told me that in one of these offices I visited some time ago. She saw me just looking confused and worried, and she's like, Hadia, what is it? I said, I forgot to print out a document. She now said, but why? Just ask and it shall be given. And I said, okay. And since that day, I've been using that word, ask and it shall be given. And it's been helping me throughout, because now I can meet you on outside. I don't know you from anywhere. Yes. And I'm like, okay, please, Miss Juliet, can I have this? Can you help out with this? Like, this is a question I want to ask, or I need your help on so something. I need your support. I need an advice or something like that. And I think you should be willing to. Okay, someone asked you, it's not your doing. God sent that person to you. If that person is someone God sent to you too. So we should just try and be supportive
to each other, because you need me and I need you.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Sometimes, okay, like we talk about your field is very broad, very wide.
Yes.
Which of them do you belong? I know of those that are into cutting of woods and all of that. Which do you belong? Have you gotten to that stage?
Yeah. When you talk about interior design, you have a lot of branches under it. Like you have to have.
Yes.
Like my company, So Beyond Interior Limited. We have a section, different angles in the company under which they are all working under me. We have the carpentry.
Mm-hmm.
We have
exactly.
the soft finishing.
Okay.
We have the painters, even the POP, tilers, everybody. We have a lot of artisans. You have to this is something that is like a teamwork. You have to have all this, what do you call it? All these artisans.
Yes.
You are selling out their services too, because that's how you have to help people too. Because you don't have to say you are doing everything all by yourself. It's not a one-man thing.
The carpentry, the POP and what have you, do we have women in such departments?
Yes, we have women. I have a friend that is a carpenter. She's a woman. She stays in Lagos. Her name is Diane. So she makes the furniture herself, and she's doing very good.
Like the men?
Yes, even better, because I think she sells some of her products even outside, abroad, UK. She packages them well and sells them outside, soft finishing.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
I'm just looking at you in the north now. How is the market being somebody that they will say, I thought this one is Malama, and I'm seeing her now doing this and that.
Yes. So that's why I told you that, well, sometimes if I have to go to the site, I have to wear some site work.
Yes, definitely.
So, especially if maybe the client is just giving me a subcontract from the work, like it's not me starting from the floor plan completely, then I go to the site and maybe I meet our fellow northern people. When they look at me, they'll be like, no, this one, she's not Hausa. She cannot be Hausa. I'm like,
maybe
why?
Because she's just in the north.
Yes,
and
I was like, why? Because I have to dress that way to go to the site, you understand?
Yes.
I put on protective gears and everything. So
you have to look professional.
Yes. So sometimes they'll be like, no, they don't think our women are that capable or can even go into the field like that. You understand?
Yes.
So they feel like, no, this one is for maybe only the southern women or something like that. It's not for her.
What a man can do, a woman can always do better, irrespective of the cultural barrier. Yes, wherever you find yourself, just carve a niche and move on. Yes. So at this point, what will be your call to women? We have so many women with talent, but they are afraid. What would be your call to such women?
Like I said earlier on, I told you that you have to put that fear
behind.
Just keep that fear behind. Do what you need to do, and do it professionally, do it authentically, do it with passion. Because if you don't have passion for it, you can't even do it the way you want to do it. So it always has to start with passion, determination, and also having a goal. You have to set a goal. Like me, I have a vision. When I said I founded my company, it has a vision that I have to be making things that are sustainable and minimalist designs, which are not just only beautiful, but they are also good for our environment.
You have to be creative.
Yes, you have to be very creative. That's where I said that women are much, like they have more eyes for colors and design than men. So that's why if you thrive into this interior design industry or real estate industry, you see that women are doing very well. Even the men have to give up. Okay, this one you are doing way better than we are.
Wow.
So if you just put in so much determination and you know that you're not going to give up on this one till you reach a certain goal that you've set for yourself or your children or your family. And we have a lot of people that are very nice and are good people that are willing to connect with you, network with you, and even invest in you. You just have to think of where to
place them.
Yes.
Each point. You have to now sit down and start to look at where everybody can fit in.
Yes.
Those women you are working with, do you really, is it that they come by themselves or you ask them to join you or they have passion for it? How do you discover them?
Okay, some do have passion for it.
They come
to me. Some are being inspired by me because if I say I'm going to start telling you my story, it's just going to take us like more than an hour discussing this. You understand?
Yes, you can tell us more to encourage somebody.
Okay, actually, I'm another Nigerian woman. I'm a mother of 3.
Wow.
So I still do work and balance between my work life and my
home front.
Yes, as a mother. So even that, if I can do that, actually, I think it's one superpower that God has given me.
Yes.
So, and these 2 industries I'm both working in, they are one of those very time demanding and time consuming industries, but I don't let them get to me. I actually try to have time for family, friends.
Yes.
My children.
And the husband is supportive of what you are doing.
Yes.
Wow. So finally, what is your call on women? Your advice to women? This is a women program. We are trying to encourage women. We are trying to break boundaries. We are trying to get all women engaged. We want everybody to be doing something. We don't want women to be depending on husbands. We don't want women to be depending. If you look at the society today, we have so many issues, and it all falls back on the women, because women are always at the receiving end of every societal vices. So we are trying to look at how we can encourage, support, and call on women to come out and get something doing. What is your call on women?
My call on women is still that you should be yourself. That fear that you are having fear, you have fear that maybe you're scared of working out of this, to go and look for, going out of your house to your comfort zone, let me say, to go and look for something that you want to do, or something that is going to give you some financial freedom. You understand? And you're just like being scared. Okay, you don't know if whether you're going to be accepted or not, or you're scared that can you do this, you cannot do this. Make up your mind today. Remove that fear. Pray, and also look at those little humans that you have in front of you, so that you have encouragement. You'll be feeling more determined, and you have to set a goal. If you don't have a goal, then maybe that's why you're having all those fears. Because if you do set a goal and you have a vision, you use your brain. You're talented, you're gifted one way or the other. Everybody, you have your own talent. I have my own talent. If you don't have that talent, if I don't have that talent that you have, I can call you and let's collaborate. Make something out of it, because I know I don't have that, and I should accept that I don't have it, but you have it, and we're going to work together and bring out something very
meaningful.
Yes. So when you put your mind on something that you want to do, start it earlier. Just start it earlier. Don't procrastinate about it, because if I tell you, I was married before. When I was married, that's when I started my interior design.
Wow.
Passion. When I started having that
passion for it.
But then I was an interior decorator.
Okay.
So I sit down and reflect back now on my life, like, what if I've not started something while I was married? Now, where am I going to start picking all the pieces? And you have already 3 children, and it's not like you're going to say you have abandoned your children. No. You have to even double your hustle.
It's true.
Double your vision, your determination, and say, God, help me, let me do this. Let me do this, even if it's not for myself, for my children too.
Did you discover the talent in any of your kids?
Yes.
They
always look up at me. They'll be like, Mom, I want to be like you.
They want to do the business?
Yes. One of them, when you call him and ask him, where's your mom? He'll be like, my mom is an interior designer and I'm an architect in our company.
Very good.
Did you hire yourself? I didn't even know. But last time they gave him a school project and he was already making a house out of this cardboard paper. It's like seriously, you're taking this into consideration?
Yes.
When they see me working on my system, on my computer, making designs, they'll be like, we want to learn that 3D designs. I say, you cannot do this now. Give us, let's just do it like that. I say, okay, but this is not, my system is not for play. I know I bought it very expensive, so don't even start playing with that. But I would encourage them, they have their own computers and they can design something.
Wow.
I'm also talented in painting, actually. I do.
Wow, you paint?
Yes.
Painting a house?
Painting, no, not painting a house, like abstract painting.
Yes,
artwork.
okay, artwork.
Yes.
Yes.
I paint, I frame them and I sell them to my clients.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting. You are multitasking. That's encouraging. That's good to know. Well, we've been talking with Khadija Bashir Mohammed, who is an interior designer, and you have heard it all by yourself. She has it's very encouraging talking with her, and she's calling on all women, find your talent and build on it, thereby giving hope to the hopeless. If you have a talent, you'll discover that you will impact so many people around your society, around your environment, and before you know it, we don't go out to beg. Our children will not come out to constitute nuisance on the street. Recently, the End Bad Governance protest, all that were arrested were children. Where were their mothers? Where are they? What are they doing? These children, if you look at it or if you engage them, you discover that they are doing nothing. They are just constituting nuisance on the street. If their mother is doing something, definitely they will look up to their mother, they will look up to her, they will fall back into her business and thereby supporting her business to grow. So let's encourage one another, let's support each other, and thereby making our society very friendly place to stay. Thank you for coming on the show. Until we come your way, same time next week, I am Juliet Tengiwa. Khadija, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.